you meet Garrett over there kind of by the tunnel, and big hug, big smiles. What was going on there, and how big of a relief was that to finally, get that win?
Yeah, obviously a super cool moment. The relationship that I have with Coach Riley is really special, and you know, just really thankful for him. And but yeah, it was big time win, and it feels great to be able to come into this, obviously after a big time win, and but it's great to kind of have something like that. I think that I've kind of been getting up here and saying every week we know what we're capable of. We've got faith in this team. We all know what we're capable of, and we finally just got to go show it. And it was really fun. We got to play a full game, and it was awesome.
What has been his consistent message to you through all of this?
Just continue to learn and just continue to be me. I don't have to do anything new. I don't have to be a superhero out there. I don't got to be anything out of the ordinary. Just be who I am and just do the ordinary things. Make the routine plays and make the hard plays look routine. And just try to be who I am and just trust him.
Talk about the relationship with him being special. I mean, how would you describe Coach Riley? What
Yeah.
relationship is like?
I think off the field we just we've connected since he ever got here. I would say we're very similar people in terms of just just our culture and the things we like to talk about, and whether it's stuff from Texas or just music and movies, and but I think we just we get along very well, and just easy to talk to, just easy to talk about ball with. It doesn't feel like there's ever a forced conversation or anything. It's just always just easy to go and talk to, but also just easy to go talk to and just walk in his office and talk about life, and just somebody who's a really good person to go talk to, as simple as it is. And I don't think that that's super common, to have an elite offense coordinator and also somebody that you really enjoy just being with every day.
With movies and music, is there any similarities?
Yeah, I mean, we listen to music in our quarterback meetings and stuff, so just random stuff. Just we've kind of shared a couple different artists and stuff back and forth. So, but nothing crazy. So.
Cade, how much of a settling effect does it have on you and the offense as a whole when the running game gets going early and just sort of makes everything else easier, it seems like?
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, our offensive line, that was probably in all of my years of football, that was the best game I've ever seen played by a starting five, without a doubt. I mean, that was incredible. And that was nothing more than the mentality that they had going into the game. They just wanted it. And that was just so cool to see. I mean, the running lanes that they were giving Phil and Dominique, the protections they were given. I mean, we didn't have a lot of a drop back pass going into the game just based on the defense that they played. But when it was there, we had all day. So just really proud of them. I mean, to have two of your starting offensive linemen out against Notre Dame, who it's Notre Dame, in the defensive line that they had and the defense they had, and to play like that, like they did, just so proud of them and the effort that they gave.
Of course, you believe in everybody, believed in them, but it was a shock to everybody on the outside to see such a patchwork line just blowing them off the ball.
Yeah.
Was it like that for y'all as well? Like, wow, where did this come from, or not?
I mean, I wouldn't really say surprised, but just excited. You're just excited to see them just truly just go out and just almost play pissed off in a way. Not that they were playing pissed off, but just a gruntiness almost. Just kind of a an offensive line type of thing. So I really I was excited to see that.
Can you describe how it does settle you as a player, as a quarterback, when take us deeper into that sort of
Yeah,
How
I
much-
mean, to be playing, second and 2 to 4, that's a great spot to be as a quarterback and an offense coordinator. It just opens up everything. That's a tough spot to be in as defense. So to kind of start on first down with a run like that is big time. So, and it takes away 2nd and 10s, kind of we talked about last week. It's a tough place to be sometimes in 2nd and long. So, just taking advantage of first downs, it's really big time.
After the turnover early in the third, the touchdown, did you come back for 75 to answer that touchdown? Did you say anything going into either on the sideline or going into that huddle, to the guys, hey, you need to put this one together and go get points? Was there anything said?
I feel like I said a lot of things, but the biggest thing that we talked about, that I talked about with Coach Riley, is the way that we played last week versus NC State when we were down 20-something or whatever we were down. The mentality and the way that we played, like that second half, that was what I wanted to play like the entire day versus Notre Dame. That mentality, that freaking go get it. So what I just kept saying was play like we're down 20, even when we're up 15, even when we're up whatever. Play like we're down 20, because that's a mentality we need to always have. It doesn't matter what lead we get, we need to play like we got to come back and win this game. So that's just another. There's no settling. So when we did have that turnover, it's just it's a place we'd been before, unfortunately this year, but we had learned from it, and we've done a really good job of coming back from those situations. And that it's not like anybody really did anything wrong. It wasn't a bad misassignment or anything like that. It's just kind of a fluke tip ball, and the guy was of course standing right where the ball was. That's the story of this year. But we just bounced back, and like you said, we just went immediately scored, and that was awesome to just kind of come right back, and that's what this team's made of.
Do you think it helped to maybe change the blocking up some and just give those guys like, hey, this is zone blocking scheme, go get the guy in front of you, and there just weren't as many pulls and counters as you had in the past?
Sorry, I missed the first part. Can you
Do
repeat?
you think it helped the offensive line that there weren't as many pulls and counters, and just go get the guy in front of you and be physical?
Yeah, I don't have a huge comment on that. At the end of the day, whether or not you're running a certain scheme or not, in the trenches, it's all about who wants it more. And our offensive line and our defensive line on the other end of the ball, they wanted it more, and that's all that mattered. So I think we could have ran anything, and I think that offensive line was going to give everything they had. So just really proud of them.
Coach Sweeney talked about that drive after obviously the interception they scored. You guys go down and score. It's just a sign of maturity and growth.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there was something different about you guys in terms of your maturity and are able to handle the situation to be able to do that?
Yeah, we're for sure. I think it's going to be, it's just something that's really good for our football team, out as well as we still got a lot of young players on the team. So that's something that's, obviously it got to be, presented in this game, but also in the years to come of just guys, when crap happens, we respond, and we got to do that. But yeah, I would say the biggest difference, we didn't press. We relaxed, and we said, all right, like they have not been able to stop us all day. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. And we didn't stress. We didn't really flinch. We just went back out there and kind of did the routine stuff. It wasn't anything crazy we had to pull out, So.
I don't know that Phil ever had 36 carries in high school. Did he ever seem tired to you, or did he keep saying, give me the ball, I'm okay?
Yeah, he's still just, mellow with a smile on his face, just ready to go back out there. I never saw him tired one sec. And then, I guess after the long run, or I can't remember exactly when it was, but when Dominique came in, that was one of my favorite drives of the whole game. Was Dominique came in and he had 2 guys swarm him 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he got like 10 yards. And, made 2 guys miss tackles, literally got bear hugged behind the line of scrimmage, made him miss, juked 2 guys, and still got 10 yards. And I'm sitting there like, that was one of the greatest runs I've ever seen. So that was like insane. But, was super happy for Dominique, just the story that he's had. To him to be able to, shine so bright in such a big game like that was really cool. But, both of them played really, really well. Just really proud of them. But, yeah, it was really cool.
Any questions for Cade from Zoom?
Hey, Cade, David Hill with ESPN. I have a really random question for you, and I apologize that this will seem semi-convoluted. There's been lots of talk about signs and sign stealing and all of that, and I'm just kind of curious if you could explain to me sort of the process of how it works when you get a sign from the sideline in a game. Like, not giving away state secrets, but like, you're looking over, taking in, I don't know, whatever, 10 guys giving up signs, pictures, whatever. Like, how do you as a quarterback deal with that?
Yeah, we have a process that Coach Riley has taught us that kind of limits it and makes signs efficient. We don't have 8 billboards and 15 guys wearing rainbow jerseys on the sideline giving us a bunch of different signals. We just kind of got a guy doing it, and then I'm doing it, and but we make it efficient. We make it short and quick, and just kind of get rolling. He makes it simple, and but at the end of the day, if somebody ends up finding our sign and they end up knowing our play, they still got to stop it. So.
Is it one of those things that's sort of a balance between, like, you've got to make it simple and efficient enough that players can read and process it versus not so simple and efficient that it's easy to guess from the other sideline? And again, I assume you can do stuff like, changing tempo and stuff like that to combat, even if they do kind of have a rough idea of what's coming.
A loaded question. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I don't know. We honestly we don't really think about it a whole lot. It's not really a huge thing that we're kind of going to a game thinking all about signals. I think that if a team really wants to try to steal our signals, that's one way you want to play the game. But we're just trying to be as quick and efficient as we can, and just get the play out and as subtle as we can, and then snap the ball as fast as we can. So, yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Anybody in the room?
If this win was built largely on the guys up front wanting it more and being pissed off, is the object now sort of preserving that edge and what helped produce what happened Saturday?
Yeah, I think that in a way, you have to, you kind of have to look back on that and say, how can we replicate that in a way? But, that's how we should play every game. That's the mentality we should have every game, and I think that we finally just got to see it as players, and kind of we know what it feels like now. I'm not sure why it took us so long, but sometimes you got to go through stuff to be able to see it, and we've learned, and you can't replicate games. You can try as hard as you can in practice, and just create as many game-like scenarios as you can, but it's really hard to replicate a real game. So it's just really proud of the way that they played, and I've got full confidence that they're going to be able to do the exact same thing this week.
What was the percentage of you throwing that football on the plane?
Oh, man, I guess 50-50. Really, I could have thrown it. We're waiting on
Was
Bo.
it open?
Huh?
Was it open?
It took too long. So it came open late, but it just, I can't be holding the ball on 4th down for 5 seconds, so I took about 3. If it's not there right now, I'm kind of got to let it go, so it took a little bit too long, just the way that the guy was playing Tyler, and it came open late after I kicked it, but that was probably my proudest moment of the game. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I'm just kidding. But that was definitely fun,
You said that was Tyler who was the.
No, it was. I mean, it was going to end up being a Bo. If you watch it, you can see him kind of run a little out route, but yeah.
I guess just physically, like with your foot or whatever it is, like is something you still have to manage, or is it you say back to 100%? Wherever.
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah, I mean, I feel 100%, and I felt 100% on Saturday, and I will again this Saturday, and I feel great. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Cade.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all.
Everyone